Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-bomb. Welcome back to Football Manager 2021 and Eastern Resurgence 2 with STEAUA Bucharest. We are taking on Astra again today. I know we faced them earlier in the season, but they've been a bit of a tough team to get over recently, so we're going to play them again. We're into the new year, we're into 2026, and we're exactly halfway through the first portion of the season. Doing well. Hopefully we can stay in the top 6 and go into another championship playoff at the end of the season. We've got Astra today, a team that we've struggled to beat recently. Hopefully we can do so today. And if you're enjoying the series, do drop a like down below and leave comments. It's the best way to support and help the channel. And if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. We just hit 950 subscribers just like an hour ago. We're 50 away from 1,000. So going back to last episode, we defeated Viitorul by 2-1. Taufik Ismail continuing his goal scoring form for us. He's been with us for like a season and a half, and he's got like 35 goals. He's doing so well at the moment, and he's scoring the bulk of our goals. We're into the January transfer window, but as it stands, we can't make any signings because, as you can see from our owner status, we're in the process of a board takeover. A couple of videos ago, we did have a takeover that was in the process of being done. It lasted about 24 hours and then it collapsed, and we had like a one-day transfer embargo. This one has gone on for probably about a month or so. And it's been sort of very up and down. There's been times where it might have fallen through, but apparently we're close to it. So hopefully before next episode, we'll have new owners. Whether they're going to be nice or not, we'll see. If we get sacked because of this takeover, I'm going to be very unhappy. But let's go through the games from off camera. Starting off with a cup game. This was the 6th round of the Romanian Cup. And I'm not too happy with how we did here. We needed penalties to beat 3rd Division Fortuna. We should have won the game. We had good XG. We were better than them, but we just couldn't take our chances and ended up with a 1-1 draw after 90 minutes. Timothy Sukar got an early goal for us from a set piece. That was on the 7th minute, but in the second half, Fortuna equalised. Kelyovliev with that goal on 69 minutes to make it 1-1. Send it through to extra time where not a lot happened. We had to go to penalties and we almost messed this up. I'm not kidding. We were inches from going out of the shootout and going out of the cup to a 3rd division side. Nezovic, Nechu, Manolake and Vasilescu scoring their penalties in the first 5. Ismail had his saved. It was an awful penalty. Went to go down the middle. I think he wanted to Penenka it, but just completely ballsed it up. Nika, Veresh, Trifonov and Petru scored the penalties for Fortuna. Radu just had to score to win it for them. And he hit the post, I think. Yeah, they were literally inches away from going through. I think he might have missed the target. I don't think it was the post, but I think he missed the target. So it went to sudden death. Dan Toma and Sukar scored their penalties. Herczeg scored for Fortuna. And then Solcianu with the deciding penalty. And that was saved. And it sent us through. Nervy game, for a game that really shouldn't have been like that. We really should have won after 90 minutes. But we are through. We've got the quarterfinals coming up a little bit later in the season. We've drawn Academica Clinceni. 7 out of the 8 sides are in the 1st division. Unire Baskov, the wild cards in here, the surprise package from the 3rd division. But yeah, still some big sides in here. Although the holders, Arad, are not in the draw. They're out. We also played 4 league games off camera, all coming before our little winter break. Started off with a 1-0 win in the Eternal Derby against Dinamo Bucharest. And we have their number now. We are getting consistent wins over Dinamo. We're doing pretty well against them. This was 1-0. Wasn't a fantastic game, but Nezovic got the goal. It was on 11 minutes. And it was a good performance by us. We did well defensively, kept them out, got a clean sheet. So happy with the win. Then we beat the holders of the Romanian Cup, UTA Arad. This was a 3-1 victory here. Went behind early on, but managed to turn it around. And deservedly so. It was a bad start to the game, but we grew into it and improved as the game went on. But yeah, we went behind Nadenov with the 14th minute goal for Arad. Then they gave away a penalty, and that was converted by Taufik Ismail to make it 1-1 and equalise. And then Mbungu with goals either side of half-time. He gave us a 2-1 lead on 32 minutes, and then about 4 or 5 minutes into the second half, he got a second goal to make it 3-1 and send us another 3 points. They had 10 men late on as well, Arad. Hassani getting an injury, setting them down to 10. So they tried going for a goal late on to try and, mount a late fight back, but just it didn't happen for him. And then we just got completely torn apart by the league champions, Gaz. We just didn't have an answer for them. They won 4-1. It was a 4-1 home defeat for us. It was the first time in about 15 league games that we've lost at home. And Gazmatan Diaz just completely outplayed us, and we just didn't have an answer for them. But this was 4-1 to them. Again, we led Hill with another early goal in the 9th minute, but they just kept coming and kept coming. They're the top scorers in the league, and they also have the best defensive record in the league as well. So you can see why they're doing so well. They're the best attacking team and the best defending team in the league. So this was going to be a tough one, but we were rotten in this one. It was 2-1 before half-time to Gaz, Popa and Nitsu with goals before half-time, and then they just kept coming at us in the second half. Nitsu got a second goal on 57 minutes, and then in stoppage time it was 4 as Kolchiag scored to make it 4-1. And unfortunately, that seemed to bleed into the next game as we struggled to beat and didn't beat the promoted Petrol Ploiești. 1-1 this was. Again, I think we played better than them on the night easily, but just couldn't get the win, couldn't take our chances. But we did get another early goal. We like these early goals, but it's late on that we're not getting goals. We're not scoring like late goals. But we did rotate a little bit for this one because of the fixture congestion. And Leon Sipos had his first start, I think it was his first start, and got a goal in the 5th minute. Great start for him. First goal, hopefully the first of many. Petrol equalised on the half-hour mark, and that was Kalaja scoring that. And that was it for the rest of the game. We had a good XG, good number of chances created, a number of set pieces, which we've been trying to work on in training. We have set some set piece training, but doesn't seem to have amounted to much. But yeah, dropping points here again. So we're taking on Astra today, and as you can see, they have been a bit of a problem for us. In 6 meetings, we've only beaten them once, and they've actually got 3 wins over us, including a 3-2 win at Steaua Stadium. So we need to get a bit of retribution on these guys to try and get our win back over. Of course, opening day of the season, a 1-1 draw. First time we've failed to win an opening fixture this series. But we're doing well in the league table. We're 2 points behind the current leaders, Gaz. We're level with Sepsi. We're a point ahead of our opponents today, Astra, and a point ahead of Cluj as well. Still very tight in that top 6, and we're halfway through the 30 games of the season before the playoffs. So I feel like this top 6 is again going to be very tight. But, well, you know, we need to try and stay in there. Top 8 teams separated by just 6 points. It's very close at the moment. I think that's everything to go through. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a wintry scene for this one. A little bit of snow. I'm going to do a selection advice and see what they're saying to do. I would probably agree with all of that. I think we'll go with that. I want to try and get a new deal sorted for Ishmael. He's got 18 months left on his deal, but he wants a big wage hike. Like, he wants 6k a week, and we can't do that. So I'm not sure what to do about Ishmael. The problem is he's valued at 1.3 million. His release clause is 500,000. When your value is more than your release clause, that starts to become a problem. We've had players subject to interest, but not a lot of bids. We had some bids in the summer for Manalake, one of which was over 1 million from, I think it was Sepsi. So 1 or 2 players have been subject to a few bids, but mostly it's been our youngsters that have been bid for. Players like Ilya Nikolic, who's been wanted by a number of clubs, which seems to have died down now. But yeah, Nikolic was wanted by a few people. He's a good player, and I feel like we need to start playing him. We've also had a preview for our youth intake, which seems like it's going to be another good one this year. You know, those magic words golden generation are in there. So hopefully we'll get another good one there. But I'm not going to make any changes to our suggested 11 here. I'm going to just keep it as it is. I will sort out the bench a little bit though. Okay, into the match we go. Let's see if we can beat Astra. Been a while since we've done it. We haven't beaten them in about 3 years. 2023, last time I got a win over them. Oh god, it is wintry as well. Look at this. We're going to have an orange ball, I think. We have got an orange ball. We've got a throw in the 10th minute here. Maximovic wins the header. Here's Morong. And here's Mbungu who takes a block. And Nedalea now to Shofran. Back in for Nedalea. Ball given away. And here comes Buletsa now for Astra, who has got white shirts. This guy here is wide open, but Drugar's throw and goal. Great tackle by Manalake there. Free kick to deal with here. And, God, you lose sight of the ball when it goes up in the air. Very difficult in these sort of games. It's good to have like a colour ball like the orange ball, especially in these wintry games. Oh, Baiku's going to score here. Yes, he is. There we go. 1-0 Astra. I think in situations and weather conditions like this, I think you do have to kind of think about your tactic, because we play very sort of short passing. And I wonder if maybe more aerial attacks would be better. Go for some more sort of direct stuff, but I'm not quite sure. Good save there by Goran Erez. I'm going to turn on early crosses and just go to a standard directness. I feel like you do need to think about your tactic when you've got, you know, adverse weather conditions like this. But haven't really offered too much in this game. We've got 57% possession. but haven't hit the target yet. And we go in a half-time 1-0 down, and Astra have our number at the moment. We can't seem to beat them. One change I'm going to make can be a bit more expressive, and I'm going to go attacking straight off from the second half and fire up in those shouts as well. Let's see if we can get back into this game. We've got a throw in here, about 4 minutes into the second half. Here's Nezovic, and it's headed away by Georgia, and here's Drugar. And again, we've got 2 people back here, and well, I think they're too high. Good save there by Erez. Right, let's drop that defensive line then. Corner kick here, 62 minutes coming up with Ismail, and a header by Nezovic, but just off target. I need to make some changes. This is not going well. Morong's not having a good game. We're going to bring on Vasilescu for him, and I'm going to bring on Stupar for Nezovic, who's not done too well. And Stupar getting some game time. Want to see what he's got. You know, he's come back from this cruciate injury. I'd like to see him do a little bit more. We're into 18 minutes. We rarely, like very rarely, score late goals. It's not. I don't think we've had many late goals at all in this season. So I'm not confident of us even equalising here, like at all. We just don't score late on. It never happens. Here's Kanagia to Bukur and Baiku. We just haven't offered anything in this game. It's been really poor. Manalaka heads it away. Okay, this could be a chance here. Ishmael's going to get onto this. Could this be a late goal? We don't get them as often at all. Ishmael's going to go all the way himself, I think, here. And he has scored. Okay, that shut me up. 84th minute. We've equalised to make it 1-1. Still not a win, but at least we've managed to, well, hopefully save a point. There's still 7 minutes left and stoppage time. So I've gone back to attacking from very attacking. Ismail went all the way by himself. Could have maybe gone out for a foul there from Panar, but he's gone all the way. Now let's try and get on and maybe win the game. Although there's a set piece here for Astra. It's Palade to Kanagia. Kanajija, I think it is actually. Goes for a switch. Giving Drugar a lot of work to do there. But we've still got 3 minutes left. If we can deal with this attack and maybe break at the other end, we could do well. That's a poor ball. Maximovic has not really cleared it at all well there. And good save, but the rebound's there. And it's Patru and Astra lead again, 88th minute. I mean, okay, 1 late goal or something, but 2? I don't think so. Astra go back in front. And look at this from Maximovic. What is that for a clearance? Like, you just had to put it forward. You've essentially switched it to one of their players. Erez does well, but Patru's there for the rebound. Unfortunate there. And that is a 2-1 loss to Astra. So that is 3 games in a row now in the league where we failed to win. We had the heavy defeat against Gaz. We had the draw against Petrolol. And now we've lost to Astra. That's 3 games without a win. That's not like us at all. We had a lot of possession. I think our XG was pretty good. We just didn't create enough, didn't take the chances that we had. That sees Astra momentarily go top of the table. Gaz do still have to play, but we drop down to 3rd. And you've got Sepsi Cluj and FCSB just behind us, and if they get results in their games, we could drop to 6th. I don't know who these guys are playing, but we could drop to 6th. We had 5 shots on target. I don't know where a 1.81 XG has come from, because we didn't have any clear-cut chances or half chances. I mean, the midfield hadn't exactly covered itself in glory there, and that's been a problem for us. We just can't seem to get good performances from midfield, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the roles, if we just need better players there. They're not bad players. Maybe we should go back to a 4-2-3-1. Maybe we should play them a bit further up and really get that link between midfield and attack back. Maybe it's time to go back to 4-2-3-1. Maybe it's something we could try for the next match. We've got Voluntari at home, who are labouring at the wrong end of the table. And then we've got Cluj, who could be past us by the time we get to them. And Six Redder as well, 13th. We've got some games at the moment coming up that we should be winning. So it might be a good opportunity to try out the 4-2-3-1. I mean, honestly, perfect time to try that would have been the friendlies that we've just been playing. But we haven't been doing that. We're going to have to think of something, because we haven't won in our last 3 league games, which isn't like us at all. So hopefully we can get back to winning ways. Maybe changing it up a bit might help that. I think we'll do the usual sort of 5 or 6 games off camera that we usually do. Do you know what? We'll come back for FCSB at home. That's perfect, isn't it? And they're in 6th. They really haven't been doing well. I know they sacked their manager at the end of the last season. I mean, it says a lot when you bring in the manager that just got promoted from the division below. I don't really feel like he's a good enough manager for FCSB. That would be like Man United missing out on the league title, sacking Solskjaer and bringing in Daniel Farke. I don't feel like this guy's got what it takes, and that might be a reason why FCSB are down in 6th place. Before we go, we're just going to check on the teams that were in Europe. Cluj, unfortunately, finished bottom of their group in the Europa Conference League group stages. They only got a single point, and that was a draw at home against Dundee United. However, Gazmetan Badiash, who when we checked on them were also bottom, have managed to qualify for the next round, along with Olympiacos from their group, who they got a draw against. But they got a win at home against Twente, and they got a win in Bratislava in Slovakia as well. So good performance by them to get through, good comeback. So they're through to the knockout stages. Who do they take on in the knockouts? They take on Fiorentina away from home, so that might be the end of their run there. But we're going to check on the teams that are in Europe, I think, for the rest of the save as well. This isn't like a building a nation sort of thing by any means. It's just nice to see how the other teams from our country do in Europe. But we're going to come back for another derby next time as we take on FCSB at home. Hopefully we can do better than we did the last time we faced them, where we lost 3-0 in one of the worst performances of the whole series. But we'll see if we can win that. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do subscribe, turn on notifications. We are just 50 subs away from 1,000. But 3 without a win in the league. Need to try and overturn that. Hopefully we can do that off camera and come back in a good position when we take on FCSB. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.